No P250 to speak of. You're absolutely right. So double HGs, triple smokes, but a mid push from FaZe looking likely. This is a very common strategy. Try and disrespect your opponents, don't allow them to execute whatsoever, but it's actually Agil opening things up. Rain will neutralize the situation, but they're looking like they're in a bit of hot water here, FaZe, Chad.
Well, contain the banana now. They're going to have to get this kill, and broky will be taken out of the picture by KST. Customize that kill as Carrigan back of the site needs to get a couple done, and wow, he's pinned, he's locked, and they're jumping his way.
Yeah, he should be done for here. I don't think he gets a single kill, and that mid-aggression can be a double-edged sword. You either get all the frags very quickly, or it can fall apart, and the bomb will be planted. This might be safe territory. We've seen that a lot in Pro League so far. If it goes down to a 4-on-2, especially on a map like Inferno, you've lost a B bomb site, you might as well hold on to your armor, and the little you have, and maybe look for some exits here.
Yeah, just handling those duels with the mid-push, simple as you like. That late little flank coming in through second mid seals the deal.
Yes.
And look, for a lot of people, for most people, I would imagine this is their first time seeing For The Win Esports, FTW, the Phoenix, as they are, in the server. And there's some changes from when they did qualify at the conference to get to this point. Obviously, STDodo, you saw that little piece from Harry there talking about Saw and their run over at the Major, just getting, the RMR, getting knocked out by outsiders and not qualifying there. But the names that we have is KST, which...
All custom.
And until that little interview right there, we were told it was custom, but now we're back on KST. That's fine. Didius, STDodo, Agil, and this is going to be the hardest one for me to get my bloody mouth around is arrozdoce?
Arrozdoce.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I think that's what anyone can ask for, Chad. Like, we've turned up here, we've done our research, and names are changing on the fly, it seems, with each interview, but we're going with arrozdoce.
Well, that's okay. Look, at least Hecky's out there getting us the most up-to-date information.
Yeah, exactly. But talking of which, we have got FaZe Clan who will be deploying the rifles here. Scout, a FAMAS, some Deagles, of course. Watch out for Robs. He is deadly with that pistol. An MP9 for Rain, who'll be patrolling towards B. But takes a bit of a nade there. Not too much damage, down to 88, and an aggressive stance here from FTW. Looking to crack open the B bomb site as they'll deploy smokes towards CT spawn as well and send Didius in for that first kill, which he'll actually find, but it's Twist with a double, and it brings it back to a 3 versus 3 here.
Yeah, got enough out of the spammers, surely. Just staying stubborn in banana, plenty of time. That was aggressive, as you mentioned. They were really pushing the issue and maybe a little bit too far.
Yeah, considering arrozdoce's down to 31 as well, and it looks like a B finish is on the agenda here. They'll have their work cut out for them. Luckily, broky just with a scout, no utility to speak of, will be smoked out, but he still is ready to challenge this first frag. Hits the shot, KSC down to 28. That softens him up nicely. Twist with already 2 kills to his name, Chad. He expends quite a lot of the bullets in the magazine, though. Just down to 5, gets another double kill. He is on for the ace, and it's going to happen. Lovely work from Twist. They answer back. It's 1-1, and it's all with the FAMAS and the USP.
And you go all the way back to the saved armor on the pistol round, right? They knew they couldn't go for that round. They get the FAMAS into his hands, the upgrade stuff from Twist, and I think we're back to regular programming here. This is how it all kicked off. You can see the aggression coming through because Diaz was ahead. After that opening pick, I thought, yeah, let's just keep that pressure on the B bomb site, but they were so strung out.
And bear in mind as well, Twist finished with 100 armor, so you actually got a helmet and the FAMAS there as well. So that's going to be a very powerful combo as
Cheap
seen.
chips?
Absolutely, yeah. You only have to pay $350 for the helmet at that point, and broky's kind of contributions there were invaluable as well. The fact he gets a couple of scout tags and softens them up. It goes very well indeed for FaZe Clan as they bounce back in the second round. We are going to have a bit of a pause here. I assume it's technical. We have lost a FaZe player.
Lost Rain for the moment.
Yeah.
So during these little technical timeouts, everybody playing at home, the players are not allowed to talk to one another. They must stay quiet while it gets solved. Obviously, if it's a mic issue, you might see the mouths moving just to make sure that it's getting sorted. But it's good that this happens early when it's not too many consequences on the line. The consequences for FTW going forward is going to be a force buy or an eco. Traditionally, in this sense, you should be looking at a force buy just to try and keep the force buy wars going.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Play a default round, feel it out, try and execute towards a bomb site, try and steal some kills away with the Tech 9s.
While we've got the coach on the screen, maybe we can talk about the swap that happened in Portuguese Counter-Strike. We alluded to it before. That's VTS, I do believe, right there. Yeah, just making sure, bringing the face to the name.
You see that?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they've got actual ESL Pro League on the sleeve there.
Okay.
Special mention. Haven't seen that before. It's quite nice.
All right. Well, we do have the force buy coming through. Didius has been able to get himself into a Galil. The rest have some pistols, a little bit of util.
Yeah, I think the Galil has come into its own recently. We see a lot more of it.
I just want to see what the approach is here from these boys, right? They say they're here for experience. Well, let's see what they've got already. And Diaz again, quick up banana, the opening onto Rain. He's already out of the picture, out of that tech timeout. He's in the grave, has to sit back and wait a little bit longer, but there's so much pressure. They're just pushing the issue towards B. Two of them just continuing this fight forward into the Famous once more. broky gets two this time, and as Carrigan through the smoke, the bomb dropped loose, and banana aggression stifled again.
Yeah, it was looking very good for FTW there. Bombarding their way up towards the top of banana. The first kill towards Rain. There was no response, but quickly there was. A double kill from that Famous, and Carrigan dropping the bomb of the MP9. Lots of information gathered there. Plenty of time. Round not necessarily over. We've got a Jill here in KST. Tucking themselves in. Does Carrigan check the corner? Maybe. Doesn't matter. He'll go down regardless. Takes him down to 15 points of alpha. Twist will spam the smoke. Unfortunate not to get the kill there. Jill just trying to tuck himself in. We're back to a 2-on-2. Like I said, plenty of time, Chad. Could fall back to the other bomb site. Wherever they go, they can guarantee there'll be one man at most at the other bomb site.
Rob's top mid here. This should be sealed right now. Look, 45 seconds left on the clock, sure, but Rob's under the porch, just jumping on in. No trade potential there. The spacing was a little bit off. And yeah, easy stuff there for FaZe. So 2-1, likely to be, well, 3-1 now, as it should be an economical coming our way. Now, if you at home want to get stuck into the Pro League action, use the hashtag ESL Pro League. Maybe you've got some stuff you want to tweet mine and Henry's way. We can have a bit of a chit chat on it in exactly rounds that we're about to see.
Hashtag? The hashtag
it
EPL
was
hot takes?
EPL hot takes.
Oh,
remember I mentioned it kind of was...
the English Premier League as well.
But if people want to continue using the hashtag, I guess use that and the ESL Pro League one, so it gets collected in a different bucket.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe its own exclusive bucket.
Yeah, that seems to work. That's a good solution.
The more hashtags, the better, I've heard.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Chad said, full eco here. A couple of P250s at the very most, and Rain trying to sink his teeth into this one. It'll be broky to follow things up with the MP9 as you expect, trying to farm some cash, and Twist. He's been told there's no armor, there's kills available. It's to his detriment though, as he will be dropped by a Jill. So a couple of kills found in a full eco. Nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever, and we'll still have a full buy here. So can't really justify all, but you wouldn't see too many of those on the T side regardless. So should be 5 AKs across the board here. And the first real gun round. It has to be said, FaZe will be kept relatively modest, losing a couple, if not more players each time. So they wouldn't have boatloads of cash, but certainly enough for one more buy.
Now, look, the desk we're talking about it earlier, and this is a massive talking point for FaZe here. It's the Intel Grand Slam. I agree with Yanko. You want to get it done as quick as you like.
How many opportunities have they got this year?
I think he said there were 6 more opportunities. That was Kasab. But if you win here, and then you go on and you win the major, well, you know, you're already on your way to your second Intel Grand Slam. So get it done as quick as you can.
Very good point. Those nades, Chad.
That is a bit of a tactical nuke. Drop top banana. Carrigan and Rain are very, very low here. So this banana aggression seems to be part of the game plan that FTW have come in with. In these rounds, every single round, there has been banana presence. Pistol round now forward to the first gun round, and there's just a lot of utility, a lot of bodies getting thrown that direction.
If there was only 2 nades, there's 141 damage. They've absolutely nuked them there. You're right. I love this boost, though. This is one I like to deploy in our games. Like, this can be so good for just even a couple of kills. You can stay up there and just keep ducking.
2 mollies, though, right? If one of these heads towards dark and one of these... Yeah, it looks like it could be destined to do so. Great observing from Rushley here. Actually, that's a Coffin's molly. Never mind. They're safe. They get to stand. They get to try and deliver over the top of this smoke. It's Carrigan. The top of this is it's Twist over towards first oranges. He'll get one. They're going to have to clear this out. The spam. They know where they are now. And arrozdoce is not going to clear the corner. There's one player left. It's Rain. They must have known that he was here, peering around the corner. Rain, he's got the double up. 2 hit the deck of the rotations here. Rain with the play of the game so far.
That's wild. As we said, that boost can be quite nimble. Get yourself a couple of picks, and they just assumed it was Carrigan in the back. The smoke deployed, I suppose.
I guess they thought he was on the barrels.
That's what I think, yeah. They thought he was just on top of the second barrel, perhaps, and just looking over it, but it was actually stacked. And they dropped the smoke just to buy themselves a bit of time there. And yeah, I can't believe it either. The fact he was overlooked, he sets himself up for 3 frags. It was Twisted, opened things up. Nice little spray towards the pool area. But this bomb site was cracked wide open. They had no idea. No one checked it. And it will be 3 kills. It was Agil who was low there as well in the gray screen. Very unfortunate. broky backing things up. And Carrigan, he can't believe it either. Just a wry smile there. And he's like, we shouldn't have got away with that one. That round was completely over. This time a taste of their own medicine. And boy, is it bitter. 4-1, and FTW will be taking a lot of damage here at the start, but dishing some out as well. Arrozdoce finds Carrigan. This banana area is getting a lot of action at the start.
We know that normally a lot of utility, right? But just the amount of beef we've got here in terms of damage and actual fights, it's going off early here today.
You'd love to see it. They are certainly not scared of getting stuck in.
Well, you heard KST there in the interview with Heku, right? They were talking about his time over there in the academy, where playing with Fnatic Rising. And, you know, he's talking about this is his people, this is the type of Counter-Strike he's used to. So maybe it's a little bit more fiery. We know that the Portuguese fans, they love to get loud. And maybe in the Counter-Strike, they do enjoy a bit of that aggression. I guess everybody knows Fox back from his day. We're trying to look for the new gen of
Who was in
Portuguese.
FaZe Clan at one point, right?
Yeah, okay.
A very
We've
long
come
time
full
ago.
circle.
Exactly. He was one of the founding fathers of that project, I suppose.
Him and Rain, I guess.
Yeah, you're right.
The architects of this whole thing.
In many ways, Chad, yes. And we'll see another little tricky boost here. That's towards a duel, and broky looks like he's stretching his legs out now. I think in many people's book, with recent former top 5 AWPer in the world, Chad, would you have him up there?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the thing that kind of changed with broky, like everyone was like, yeah, broky's this real like passive AWPer. And then I think he got wind of it and he was like, actually, you know what?
Anything but
I'm just going to push. I'm just going to get constantly
Such
getting
a
stuck
sticker.
in.
Yeah,
it's really, really fun to watch him.
Well, speaking of which, he does pick up the AWP. I'm sure he'll be up to some antics here. Dodo, his adversary on the T side here for the win. Need to start posting some rounds here. Only picking up the pistol so far. Round number 7. Impact player, of course, broky, aforementioned star sniper of FaZe. He'll have a bit of a playground here. Undetected at the start, he can steal things out. Going to be completely flashed off, though, to kick things off here. The nades will go down. And Dodo, similar situation as he'll be smoked out. There's Rain spamming arrozdoce, and that's going to be another opening kill towards Banana, this time in favor of FaZe Clan. And it all comes to a bit of a standstill here. Smoked out and maybe funneled towards the top of middle. The bomb's still down at T-spawn. They have 4 smokes remaining within the reservoir. And maybe just a mid-pick here with the AWP smoke towards Arch. And we'll see whether this actually works out whatsoever. Taking a lot of damage through the flames there. Dodo has to fall back. And we hit the 1-minute mark in a few seconds here. And Carrigan decides to rotate over. He's happy with the position Rain has found himself in. The AK-47. Tucked in towards logs, has no utility, no backup. This is a brave call, but is it required in a 5-on-4? Chad, you have the man advantage. Carrigan thinking better of it now. Probably needs to suggest there's some presence towards the top. Maybe a flashbang over at this stage, but...
not clear in the corners. Simple stuff for Rain. Yeah, 2 big kills. Even goes for the drop of the little nade right there. Carrigan's going to run into the orb. KST's going to get one back, and... well, it is a 2-on-3 situation, but continuing just to fight towards bottom of Banana here. Rain's going to grab another. 2 more kills coming. Oh, and a nice crispy one-tap there from Rain. Sorry, everybody, we're having some audio issues here again.
Don't say that, Chad.
Who would have thunk it?
Don't mention that.
It's just our end, right? And they're not picking up the phone on the other end. So I'm trying to call. I'm trying to get in there. Just makes us look like
balances out after a couple of rounds.
Yeah, but Rain has a massive round like this, and here you and I are looking like clowns because it's all out of sync for us. So
it really is.
Yeah.
It's like 3 seconds out. It's really difficult to make it sound exciting. I apologize.
Well, we already know what's going to happen because the sound gave it away.
Yeah, well, it is going to be a tactical timeout, and Lord knows they need it. FTW 6-1 down, getting battered and bruised. They were looking quite advantageous towards the Banana area, finding those opening kills with Galils, Tech-9s, Deagles, you name it, but now FaZe looking quite comfortable. We have the decision to be made here of whether we'll buy into round number 8. We've got $4,000 per player, which is enough, sure, but might just be better off with the partial buy here, and indeed that's what they've opted for. Tech-9s, some smokes, flashes, a Molotov, and maybe a chance at just being a little bit elusive this round and going for those aggressive picks and maybe just capitalizing upon the advantage instead of slowing things right down. Maybe get stuck in quickly, and we'll see what they're after. Back towards Banana we go, and broky, like he said, anything but passive, Chat. He's just jumped through the mid-smoke and cleared all of middle, but DS had a gap there, but the smoke eludes him. And they'll sit back and wait, but all the information has been garnered already. Look at this push.
Round's over. Unless they get these kills in a B, this one's done. Missed the smoke, there's a bit of a gap.
Hold on.
Okay, well they're in. Maybe I spoke too soon.
But with the rotations, I think you might be right. If Carrigan can just get one of these, which he does through the smoke, broky with the clothesline at the logs as well, that denies the plant. And now a bit of a scramble here for FTW as they're getting picked off one by one. The bomb will not be planted, and broky's push has paid dividends and then some.
Yeah, so the unbridled aggression that they're going to get away with in moves like that, normally they'd find themselves in second mid taking a fight. But just all the way down Banana, they knew it was going to be B. As we've mentioned, there's been a lot of Banana play here, up to the 7-1 scoreline. And running away with this one.
As you would expect,
yeah,
I think it's fair to say.
There's Carrigan with the spam kill through the coffins.
I think he had to get that, to be fair. Otherwise, that round gets a little bit dangerous for them. But he denies the plan, and it's anything but. It's quite comfortable in the end. And Dodo picks up the AWP once more. No helmet. And the same story for Didier against the AK, no armor combo, Chad. You don't see that very often.
That's a rarity. I think that's a mistake considering he has 1.4k remaining here. So I think he's...
Yeah, you're definitely onto something there. Why wouldn't you buy armor? It makes no sense. It means with a grenade, we'll do up to like 70 damage towards you now, if not more.
I feel like I could find the solution for this. Let me I was going to say, if he dropped the AWP, right, and then forgot to buy himself armor in that whole process, you know that can happen.
Just a couple of bullets to the toes on the M4, you'll be absolutely rinsed. We know what it feels like with Glock armor, or Glock no armor, I should say. And yeah, that's a weird one. We'll see if it actually affects the round here. I'm sure it will have some knock-on effects and implications. Rob's boosted towards the quad side. Smoked out is his teammate Twist beneath him, but they check. It can be spammed from the apartments, but we'll see if they're going to attempt that. KST with the opportunity, doesn't go for it.
A lot less pace about this one, not just the banana biffs early, so retooling for what is looking like B now. Plenty of smokes, a couple of flashes, but one of the keys was the Molotovs that they were throwing into the side before.
Do you tell your teammates, I forgot to buy armor?
No,
you just don't even mention it.
You wait to the VOD review. You wait and you go, yeah, look, boys, that was a bit of a mistake. You don't mention it now.
He didn't buy armor.
But here they come. They're launching in. Carrigan up and over. He's going to grab himself two. A kill's going to get one. That's just Carrigan now pinned, and they're into the site. Some fantastic kills from McGill here, but broky, are you really going to consider this? You're the only one over towards B right now. The rotation's still quite far away, and he won't push the issue on his own, but steps out.
KST.
And that should be the round. A second for FTW, very likely here.
They've got 10,000 and 8,000 respectively on Robs and Twist, so might be worth going for it, but they don't know the lack of armors there. That smoke should... Oh, did you just see what he did there? He just threw the grenade and completely just summoned the AWP towards him perfectly. That's so sick.
Okay, Twist series living in a different world than what we are.
And kind of brought it over with the force of the ET itself. That's really cool.
Damage here would be all right from Robs. Oh, three of them trundling down Banana. It was looking good for a few, but not going to find anything lethal. And there it is, the second round confirmed. So, all right, that was the slower pace. It was a default and a B execute. That was Counter-Strike as you'd want to see it.
Yeah, the no armor. Perhaps they're onto something there. Save the cash.
Come on now.
No harm, no foul, I suppose.
Exactly. And no one has to know about it.
No one has to know. So he was at the back of the pack, understandably so, but Agil staying agile as he jumps up towards the boxes there, and it is a nice killing sequence. We will see second round posted, but the AWP saved due to the telekinesis there of Twists.
Starting 3B again here, so FaZe knowing that it's likely they want to head for this. That's a half-wall flash. That should clear out very, very close if summoned. broky just holding the slither of the gap with the AWP, and Stododa hoping for an overstep of the mark here as once more, just this default spread. Boiler and Hall's control looking like they want to grab that, but a bit of a stalemate over towards B during all of this. Handbags Molly, nothing towards top of Banana, and that's going to lure broky forward. And Stododa, he sat there the entire round so far, and broky just steps right out and puts him in the grave. And here they go, walking to their demise.
Ooh, broky will meet his maker though. 4-on-3. Arrozdoce have a chance to actually answer back as well, but decides to fall back for the moment being, and less than a minute remaining. They still have 3 smokes. KST will be holding towards Banana. They're actually in front of the smoke itself. So Rain, I think he goes down here, and indeed he will. A couple of peaks now have led us to a 3 versus 3. Carrigan with no utility to speak of, and they're going to pounce on him. He needs to get one and drop off. Can't even do that. It's looking like a back-to-back round situation for FTW. The bomb to be planted. Twist and Rops once again asking what the hell's going on over there. We had a 5-on-3, Chad, and they offered themselves up. It was the over-aggression, perhaps, of the AWP after they get that advantage, and then maybe just getting a bit too carried away trying to push down, and assuming the T's were behind their smokes, they're actually already in front, and it's an awkward finish. This time they won't be able to HE the grenade into their hands, and there it is. They have to save 2 rifles.
Yeah, okay, giving away a couple here, FaZe. You know, they've obviously had some more aggressive maneuvers right now. They're going to take a lot of these fights, and this is something, Henry, that I know that, well, with easy skins, I guess that's probably one of the only options, which is not as I'm going to explain right now. But back in my day, when you'd come up against some of the best teams in the world, you'd have to kind of buy their respect. Right. And by doing so, that would come with making sure you have all the protocols or your standard early utility, so they can't just get away with the pushes. Make sure your defaults are quite well buttoned down. And at that point, then they will have to start respecting you, right? But early stage, FaZe, they're still doing moves, they're still flashing for each other, the utility's there, but they're just going to try and beat you down with their aim alone, as opposed to playing these rounds necessarily by the book, because they don't have to. Yeah, well, like I said, in a 5-on-3, they're a little bit too loose for my liking. Quite aggressive. The round's already over in that scenario, if you ask me. Fall back, hold the crossfires, that's by the book. But like you said, showing a lack of respect, perhaps, trying to just shut down the rounds quickly.
And we'll continue to do some damage here towards Banana. Good grenades as Stododo down to 14. And once more, Carrigan just pushing the envelope here. This time, the barrel pushed into the skull of Arrozdoce as well. And that's going to be another 5-on-3. They need to convert this one, or money's going to be a massive problem for them.
I think they should be all right this time round. 2 players still towards Banana. They've been able to get Carrigan out of middle here as well. So after the aggression, they can relinquish that control. FTW need to try and fight back for this. And all 3 of them now turn their sights towards A. No way back in towards B.
Archie's looking like a bit of a problem here. You have got broky set up with Carrigan as well. A brutal crossfire. Sniper takes first contact. If he nails the shot as well, they're in an incredibly strong position. Carrigan just to finish things off. Clean as you like. 5 players survive, and more aggression there. Pushing down towards the bottom of middle. That's certainly not by the book. They're doing that a lot, and it's working out for them. A couple of rounds, they'll throw the advantages away, but so far, so good. FaZe looking quite comfy. There is another full buy available on the T side. This is the push. Arrozdoce had no idea what was going on there. They threw the smoke. Rain capitalizes, and broky just pretty standard all procedure for a player of his stature.
Yeah, it's really brave, you know, picking a top mid with no smokes or mollies down on either side.
I guess you're right, yeah. Especially when you know the orbs there.
People talk about a lot of angles on a map like Tuscan. Think about how many angles that you have in like pre-fire and check as you're coming up close mid, right? You obviously have the close fights over towards trash, on the corner, on the roof, on the balconies. And here we go. This time,
damage.
Not straight out the gates aggression, but they will push the issue. Rain, oh, he's going to be in the fire and will burn. So good response utility there from FTW. That's going to leave Carrigan only man towards B for now, but the rotation of broky's already here.
He's willing to fight, isn't he? He's not falling back towards the bomb site itself, but like you said, has got broky looking for the boost now. Anyone jumping up towards half wall. And they might further aggress here. Here comes the flash, and they'll have to turn from it, and this could be the moment. Great shot from broky there. They've seen Carrigan, they've got the information now. Do they still stay and fight?
Jeez.
Bit of an overcommitment there from Carrigan, I would say. Another opportunity to fall back, and they don't take it. Now on the back foot of some sort, because we do have a 3 versus 1 essentially towards the B bomb side. broky with the orb. As long as he gets 1 kill, I think this is under control, but we'll see what happens here. Once again, vaulting above them, and he does hit a great shot. Arrozdoce, we're feeling that one in the morning. 2 versus 2, Agil low. Going for the plant here. Twist can find him, a little off the mark there. And he'll wait for the backup in the form of Rops. They, of course, have kits. They have a smoke and a flashbang. I would say advantage FaZe Clan, but this is the all-important kill towards the pool area. Low HP. Agil didn't stand a chance, but can KSD rise to the occasion here? Has to find early damage. Bring it down to a 1 versus 1 early. Twist down to 15 points of health, but they know exactly where he is. His days are numbered here, but there's the all-important kill. 1 versus 1 now against Rops, who's just out-positioned him. Got the AK-47 as well. Deals out the damage, and it will be the round in favor of FaZe.
Beautiful. Okay, well, handled that retake right there. But you can see that it's just Fight Club right now for FaZe. Like, the fact that they're going for a lot of these biffs is not the way that they would normally be approaching these scenarios here. But extending this lead once more. And look at all the utility coming Rain's way here. He's still going to stand and fight because he's committed at that point, but there was flames, there was nades. It was very rough right there. And you were right. If broky didn't get that kill onto the pool player, and it was a 2v3 T advantage in the site, a much more winnable round.
Well, it's absolutely fine for FaZe Clan. As we mentioned, they've got some of the world's best players within their ranks, and you know that a team like FTW, the only way they're going to beat you is by getting map control, full execution, stifling the opposition. And even if it comes down to a 4-on-4, a 3-on-3 trade, you've removed that aspect of their game. Any set pieces they had in mind or executions they now have to do on the fly. It's not as comfortable, and you know, pound for pound, your team's going to be beating them in the 1v1s, right? So there definitely is the method to the madness, and so far so good. Sure, they've given up a couple of questionable rounds, but that's all part of the game plan, and they've actually dropped FTW towards, I was about to say, a partial buy. We'll see what finally comes through. A Galil for Agil, and custom or KST, whichever way you're inclined, will go for the AK-47.
If you just take a look at the ADR for Rain and Carrigan, well, broky as well with over 100 ADR, right? These individuals, you can tell they've been getting the most action so far in this game, right? It has been very B-centric with a lot of the plays over there.
16 kills for broky and Rain.
Yes, and broky with that float AWP on the map, right? He's going to be here, there, and everywhere. But Rops, he hasn't necessarily been needed a whole lot until now.
They just spotted him. Like, what? Fall back, lads. He's already. Sorry, DDS. Oh no, that is running into him now. Discombobulating the offense here. Rops with a hat trick very early on into the round. We've got 1 minute 20 left. It was a partial buy, but still heavy investment on a couple of players here. And Rops, he wants a bit more.
Give him an ace. Can we have another ace? We've already had one from Twist. That was
true.
A beauty with the Famas on the second.
Dinks him. Yeah, hate to see that.
Wanted that one for the highlight reel. Did old Ropsy boy, but Twist will get the final, and 10 confirmed. Now, this is a quick game, and I think that's what most of us expected, right? Not
in terms of scoreline, the actual rounds themselves, right? It feels like they're lasting, what, like 20 to 25 seconds each time with the aggression coming through. The round's already
true.
decided before it even really gets going. There's no chance for a default here. You can't even get set up. If Rops is making these sort of plays, like what can you do? You're being Molotov'd out, flashed off, and gunned down. Like I said, pound for pound, has to be said. FaZe are swarming them.
Well, Overpass up next, and then Ancient around the corner if we do need to get there. Now, Yanko was talking about the fact that he's no longer a Na'Vi fan after the whole situation with Endpoint, right? We do need to make sure that we continue the conversation about this being a round-robin group stage and the fact that some of the better teams, if they do slip up, yeah, let's see how far he goes, shall we?
He wouldn't, surely.
Of course he would.
Well, I guess you deserve that.
Yeah, but if he got away with it, Henry, imagine,
exactly,
you know? Yeah. Carrigan lives on that side of Schrodinger's box.
True. But brings them to a 4-and-4, which technically does favor the T's on a map like Inferno. Flashbang off towards quad, and a double pit set up here with Twists and Robs. A deadly duo. Main part of the fragging unit, of course. And back towards B potentially here. Still plenty of time. Like we said, these rounds and these frags are happening very early on in the round. You can kind of assess the complexion of the situation, and for now they feel like B is the better option for them. Be up against Rain though, who's got the incendiary, deploys it, not feeling too comfortable, buys himself about 7 seconds there, but the extinguisher.
Nade might be good. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Down the pocket,
that does 100 damage.
A bucket load of damage, rotations here. This is the perfect delay strategy from Rain. Exactly what you need from your B anchor in all of this, and they're just gonna waltz on in.
Stay alive now, Rain. By that time, broky will come over. They don't have a smoke for the Coffin's position. broky will capitalize upon that. Does he ever? A double headshot sequence of the AWP and Desert Eagle. That one's going to be in the from him. 11-3. And once again, FaZe looking comfortable after the early advantage. Carrigan gives up a kill towards T-steps, but still absolutely fine.
Robin, this is a coach's dream.
You don't really need to say much, see, lads. Like, we're not really playing our game plan. You're killing everyone every round. This is fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And keep doing it. When we get in trouble, maybe we'll have a conversation, but even then. So this is quick.
That is such an iconic duo there. The AWP and Eagle, especially in your smashing heads like that. Very nice to see.
Oh, aggression again. Bit of a trademark for broky here. Over the flames, Sedodo down, and felt like he was taking a breath or two. The DS will get one back, but
here we go.
Rob's had a chance. This is going to be the 4th round right now.
What is this round?
No, but this is it, right? It's showing you, if you win your Angels, you can win a round against FaZe.
Absolutely true. They haven't won just yet. It's a final round. There'll be no saving here at least. So Carrigan and Rain looking to cause as much damage as possible. It's a tall order. Not sure if it's possible, but it all starts here. He spotted the boots of the player towards second middle. He'll check it out again. Carrigan should get his kill, no problem. There it is. The DS taken down, but the round potentially decided now. Rain with the smoke, the M4A1S. And unfortunately for him, he's actually smoked off himself, and time is of the essence. We hit the halfway marker, and I think just trying to find a couple of kills, get the 20 bomb before the half ends, that might be something.
Bit of stat padding right here, Rain. Show us what you got. Really no time to win the round now.
20.
That's some crispy aim. The damage onto Agil, not too bad. 11-4 on the half. FaZe Clan looking good. FTW, a little bit of a fight. Let's see if they can get anything done on the CT side when we return from this break. Be right back.
Well, to play the Pro League means a lot. First of all, because it's obviously my first Tier 1 tournament. My teammates as well. Of course, Terodo is our player with like the most experience because he was at the RMR. And so he's not like really new to these kind of things. We just played like the ESL conference. So we're feeling good coming into this tournament. Obviously great conditions, and it feels great to be here.
Oh my God. This play from Brock, then up a bit, he's knocking him down like bowling pins. He gets 4, is he on for the 8th? Tuck tail and run, he's back to spawn. Robs, will he find this? Oh, he locked it up, Robs!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ESL Pro League Season 16. You join us at a very advantageous situation for the FaZe clan as they prop up against FTW, who are still in contention for the map at 11-4 the first half and a very aggressive stance there from the international squad, Chad. It's not looking good for the win in terms of the skill and the outright aggression shown by FaZe. Yeah,
look, the way that I would summarize this is FaZe... what gear? I don't know. They're probably in second gear right now.
I was about to say, yeah, they haven't even turned it on yet. They haven't even started playing real, quote-unquote, real Counter-Strike, right? With all the setups, the crossfires, the retakes. They're just pushing and finding kills. And speaking of which, Sododo looking to replicate that now with the dual elites, pushing towards the apartments. Doesn't fully commit, though, on the CT side. Would need this pistol here. They did manage to win the pistol in the first half, but the second round eluded them. So in terms of the setup for FaZe here, much slower. A couple of smokes set up here. Towards the arc side. Flashbang towards quad and just group up mentality here, and KST does not nail that first shot. But Stododo baited in with those dual elites and he actually manages to step up here. Twist will be removed, but presumably will be dropped down. He gets himself a second frag, but Rain and Rops will be causing absolute chaos on the A side.
Well, there's two flashes for a Jill here. That's the key back into this round right now if you are FTW. But how potent are these post plants going to be? One towards Graveyard, one site, and floating around that boiler room is going to be Karrigan, but creeping through the smoke. Rain now, he's taken some fights, and it's going to be Rop just poking up his head from the Graveyard and puts one in the dirt, 6 feet under. Rain chimes in for one more.
Ooh, but nice shot.
Arrozdoce, that is big on the USP, a 1-on-3. This would be one way to get the fire started for FTW.
So he tries to feign out the defuse. Karrigan not taking the bait whatsoever. And now he's in a lot of trouble, but the position is not great from Karrigan. It's a pre-fire.
No time.
But no time. You're dead on there, Chad. I was about to say, that's a fantastic result for Arrozdoce, but no time. And the round will slip by the wayside. It was looking very good there for a second, but there it is.
Well, he can get at an M4. If he doesn't have, if he has the M4 A1S on, he could actually get out an M4 A1S and armor right here for a second round force buy. Great second shot there from Stododo, but Rop's coming down from that balcony was quick. These were tidy, very tidy shots. So look, Karrigan there ready to heal once he taps that bomb, but unfortunate on the time.
An interesting question is this. Should the M4A1S be cheaper, $2,900 compared to the M4 when it's actually better?
I kind of just live in the world where this is the meta we're in right now.
Yeah.
I try not to question those things too much.
If they're the same price, I think it would be perfectly balanced at that point because it's still, you've got the option, it's not quite as good. But either way, the Galil is absolutely fine for this round as broky will absolutely eviscerate Stododo at the very top there. He had the scout, I believe. So there it is, an early 5-on-4, 12-4, the overall scoreline here as FaZe continue their campaign on Inferno. This was picked by FTW as well, Chad. So alarm bells going off at this stage, I would say.
Definitely so.
And it's a B stack as well. So this would be a save if it does end up towards A. We just got one player waiting, KST. He's got double digits so far, but not exactly the position to get multiple frags up and towards the apartments with the Deagle. Especially if they wrap around Arch as well.
Yeah, he's very aware he's going to drop the smoke, but no, thinks I might need this hidey hole, and that will be...
It's not even worth fighting for, even if you're him. Might as well save with the rest of the boys here.
He might get a cheeky kill in Boiler or something, you're right, but yeah, a kill and getting out, because as soon as this bomb gets planted and he walks into Rops like that, the round is over. Look, one of the things here that I suppose goes... well, it's not underappreciated. Okay. I guess for the viewers who are only watching elite level Counter-Strike, the expectation that pros are going to hit shots as soon as somebody swings around a corner is pretty high, right? But if you actually play a little bit of Counter-Strike yourself, you can appreciate just how sharp these players are at producing these shots. Now, a lot goes into that, obviously knowing what your teammates are doing, knowing what utility, even knowing what the call is so you know where to look and watch, but still just the crispness in some of these shots. I think that, it's quite remarkable as we're getting a reverse boost back up onto the T-side balcony here. I don't think I've ever seen anybody bother with that before.
Probably for good reason. Didn't work out. Yeah, nice idea, though, if you wanted to hunt saving CT players, checking if they're in towards the kitchen, cooking up a storm, but they're actually saving towards B. So they won't be found. Very clean round there from FaZe. Nice little A split, mid control coming through. It was a shot from the Galil broky that opened things up, take down the scouts.
That one here.
Stododo, yes, very nice. And then this round was over as soon as Robs found the kill in towards the boiler room. But as we mentioned, 3 saved weapons. The DS with the M4A1S.
It's crazy that he didn't, that we didn't have Arrozdoce hold on to that, right? That he actually dropped it to the DS with, they both had the same configuration of Kevlar and the M4. So, curious.
From what I've seen, the DS is the highest rated player, right? So maybe there's something there. He's a specialist.
Okay.
But
I bet we all want to be a silenced M4 specialist.
Yeah, true.
Well, there's the car one-way smoke. Flashes over the top.
broky trying to crack things open once again. He's having fun out there at this stage. He's got 20 kills, 10 deaths, but so aggressive every round, willing to take every duel, and rightly so. He's winning the lion's share of them, and we'll see if Twist can replicate that form as he has a little battle here towards Banana. Tags up to DS, down to 74 HP, and remember, they save Deagles and Armor and the M4 here, so a competitive round. Not so much in terms of utility. Would have to have a lovely little trick up their sleeve, a boost, a crossfire, something to initiate some kills here. Otherwise, they'll be completely stifled by the smokes.
How does arrozdoce on the B-bomb site on his lonesome with a Deagle sound?
Not great, I'll be honest. He's towards Emo, though. It can be good for a couple. Robso not going to miss that. He spotted the shoulder of the Diaz. That's the rifle removed. And unless you're hitting that shot straight away, it's unlikely you get much more going. And indeed, Carrigan confirms it. Rob's holding the flanks and is looking to farm kills. I think he goes down eventually. Indeed, he does. And there we have it. A duel. Dodo will save the M4, potentially an AK-47. Well, it spoke too soon. Just the M4 available here. So another clean round, 14-4, Chad. It's going to be a long, difficult path on the way to making a decent go at this one.
Yeah, and this is kind of what we were expecting. I don't think anybody was expecting an upset today from FTW.
Not in the opening game. I think that's the one you really have to make sure you batten down the hatches. And not to say FaZe are dropping their full game here, but still, like, you can see they're not giving anything up. They're playing classic Counter-Strike, a bit more pug style, I suppose, but it's looking very clean and healthy for them. Very happy to push around together, taking the frags, and not having to rely on the strategies or executions so much.
Well, let's reflect forward a little bit into the rest of today's fixtures. We obviously have Overpass and Ancient coming up next in this series if we do need them, but then later on we have Outsiders taking on Big.
That's the game of the day.
And G2 versus MIBR at the end of the day.
What's the game of the week, do we know?
I would say FaZe versus G2. Ooh,
yeah, that's fair.
Twists, come on, mate.
That's huge.
Give him a chance, at least.
That's absolutely massive.
Give him a chance, Henry.
I don't think they're going to get one. It's not looking too good at all here. 5-on-3 and a double kill from Twist. The M4 a chance, though. Oh, not the cleanest. Needs a reload here and won't get it. Rob's be waiting for him towards the apartment position. 4-on-2. We do know there's at least one player towards B. There has to be. And Dodo needs multiple kills. Even if he gets his frag, they'll know exactly where he is. The bomb's still on T-spawn, at least, so they can't rush this situation too much. They'll have to go recover it, scoop it up. Who's been given that task? It's going to be Rain. Suppose we should plant the bomb at some point, lads. Let's go grab it.
I guess you can get the same result done two separate ways. Shoot all the baddies or plant that bomb. And up he comes. So with top banana contained, Twist is going to have a lot of early information on whereabouts these CTs may be saving. They've committed to a B-side stack or a save very early here, so really no information for them whatsoever over towards A. And Rain repositioning on the plant. This means they'll be able to save in pit.
Exactly.
So there you go. It's the little details, guys.
Yeah, Inferno with the new bomb blast radius. You do have to plant there specifically if you'd like to save in the corner of the pit. Still have to be worried about the dossier grenade, though, Chad.
Of course.
You do need to be worried about that. The sex bomb.
Was that its official title?
That was the official title, yeah.
Okay, all right. That never made it to me.
It's good, isn't it?
It is good, yeah. I must have missed that. All right, well, they know where they are. How long can they hold on to these guns? Gil's got two. Dodo able to pluck one out of the pack here, but he would love to hold on to this AWP. Rob, 16 kills to his name on the prowl, on the hunt. And Dodo signifies his position with the missed shot, but we'll confirm on the second. Everybody goes down, but it's just one more round now for FaZe. And guess what? You've got Kassad, Yanko, and Trace. Their beautiful faces around the corner. Ready to break down this tactical game. Yeah, well, you know what they could do? Because we may as well give them a couple of nuggets here of what to discuss. About like CT aggressive maneuvers on Inferno, right? That might be a discussion point because we saw a few different moves. So maybe that's something that they could hone in on. Banana, down middle. Lots to speak of there, but like not very traditional. That's kind of like old approach to Counter-Strike. You saw a lot of teams do that back in the day, but great to see it be rolled out once more. You might get one in a round, right? Exactly. Where you get the one like YOLO down mid with the M4. But look, I remember, well, let's focus on this last round, shall we? We can remember in the future as arrozdoce. Nay. He might be able to get the double kill here to Diaz, but broky just not missing any shots whatsoever. Looks like it could be the final rounder. Diaz Molotov out of position. Has a chance to get back, but he's got 2 flames to get through now. Down to just 6 points of health, 4-on-3. Dodo
KSD healthy, and they will back up that B-bomb side. Finds
Dead.
the bomb, but yes, indeed. From the boiler room, Ropt will strike, and the advantage stays on their side of the server. And unfortunately, A's open once again. Another guaranteed kill. Chad, we are done.
Just the Dodo here in a 1-on-3.
That's going to be the quickest map so far in ESL Pro League.
Well, I
Season
know
16.
that Mihao and his mob, they keep track of the quickness of the
calling that.
matches.
Yeah,
so maybe we can reach out and go,
Let's
"Hey,
find out. I'd love to know.
get League Ops on the line."
I love some stats, and I'd love to know if this is the quickest one so far. My gut feeling tells me absolutely yes.
I would like to know which is the quickest game in Pro League history as far as the data goes back.
I think, yeah, that's also important. We should keep a little tally of where that goes throughout the weeks. Just give more people more work, you know?
Yeah, well, that's one thing that I like to do is give everybody else more work. Save myself that little venture. Stododa, there's the first. Broky down, flash
shit.
forward. Yeah, you're right, but let's see. Can he at least make some magic happen here? This would be miraculous, but Rain finishes Inferno in style, 16-4. A great opening match for FaZe. What you want to see out of the world number one?
Absolutely. They have solidified their chance in this best of 3. They're taking their opponent's map pick there, 16-4. Lovely stuff. Everyone fragging, looking very comfortable, loose, and smiles all around, Chad, is what you'd love to see. We have Overpass next, the pick of FaZe, and I dare say it could be a 2-0. But to find out, you have to join us after this break, where we'll leave you with the desk and map 2 very shortly.